Hi guys, today's video is going to be another DIY, similar to my pier cart build, but this time I needed a spear gun. But I didn't want to go out and buy one because I'm really not into the spear fishing. A lot of my videos show I'm primarily a catch and release guy, and that doesn't really work too well when you got a spear stuck through them. So I thought a good alternative would be to build a Hawaiian spear sling. It kind of kicked off because I had all these extra pieces left over from my pier cart build, and I figured, hey, why not just add a few extra pieces. They're pretty simple to build, pretty quick and easy, and then so we're gonna go ahead and do that. And then I'm gonna be utilizing it in an upcoming catch and cook video, so you'll see that later, but at least you'll be able to see the DIY build of it. So let me move the camera in closer and then you can check it out. Okay, I've got pretty much all the components already laid out. I really didn't have to do too much cutting. I had the 1-inch PVC already left over from my cart build, so I had that. I think you can get a 2-foot piece for like $4. I got, my shaft is actually going to be this 1/4-inch aluminum, and this is a 4-foot section, and that was $4. My little trigger slash shaft holder on the band was $3.79. I added a cross for $3.09, an elbow for $1.39, a 45 degree, well actually the 45 degree elbow was $1.39, $3.09. 1-inch cap was $89, plug was $1.39, and then a T was $1.59. So that makes up the consist of most of it. The only other addition that I didn't buy because I had it was this tubing. And what this is, the tubing that I use to make the Barracuda tubes. So it's basically just surgical tubing. I imagine you could find that probably fairly easy, or if you have a dive shop, you can get the little band kits for spear guns. But that consists of pretty much everything. So let me go ahead and just dry assemble this, and then you'll have a better gist of what the layout is going to look like. I just have some basic drilling and tapping to do, but not a lot of it. But by putting it together, you'll get a gist of how it's going to work and what the end result will be looking like. And how easy it is to build. Okay, so that's basically the build right there. And the way that's the sling works is that I'm going to drill a hole through this cap and this cap that's just barely large enough to hold the shaft. And the shaft is going to be inserted into it and then out the front. Then the way the bands work is this T will be inserted on the band. So the tubing will be going through here, so that'll be all mated together. And then these tubes, I'm going to actually drill a hole, tie them in here, but just for example's sake, so we'll say I've done that. It's in there. Then the shaft comes through here, and that'll set up on that T. And that's basically the layout there. So what I'll end up doing is when I'm ready to go, I pull that back, that takes the tension on it, and then let it go, and then that shoots the shaft out the front and into the fish. So that is basics of the Hawaiian spear sling. Nothing real complicated. Like I said, this handle is just to push against as I'm pulling back the tubing. This T part here is just strictly where I can tie off the tubing, and that is it. Very uncomplicated. So anyways, let me go ahead and do the final prep stuff, and then we'll see maybe how it works. Okay, so the prototype setup is done. I don't have it glued in yet, and I think I'm gonna, well, once I have it glued in, it'll be set. It's not gonna come undone. I was thinking about probably putting one set screw or a pair of set screws on the back half, since that's gonna have the most pressure to pull off of the main tube there. But anyways, that is it. So the shaft, 4-foot shaft there, goes right through the, goes right through the middle. And then I've got the little carrier that I'll slip on there and pull it, let that go, and that flies through the center there. So that's the basic premise. So now I'm just going to glue it all together and then give it a test fire. Okay, the build is done, or at least the glue is dry. So this is the end result there. 4-inch shaft, PVC build. This will be the clip, so that sits in there. Just grab the clip, pull back, and shoot my camera. Now, so that is that, and that's basically it. The only thing that I need to do is I still need to figure out what to do for the tip. I've just got the blunt end because I'm going to go ahead and shoot the neighbor's cat to test it out. Maybe a chicken out there too. But in general, that gets us done. Just put the thumb there. That'll just put the leverage that we need. And we're snapper fishing. But I can either go on the blunt tip, is I could just sharpen it for just a plain tip on it. I might stop by the Divers Direct and see if they sell floppers that I could just add on to an existing shaft, 1/4-inch aluminum shaft, so it might be a basic. If not, I could go to put a pitchfork on the end, just make a one with a nut and then just some spokes sticking out of there. I could probably just put my own little splines on there just to prevent the fish from getting off. But like I said, I'm not going to be using this a lot. Really, I just need it for one fish at the moment. Back to my just one fish. But that is the dude there. And you can check that out. Very easy to build. I think even with the rod, I'm into it less than 20 bucks. And that's the Hawaiian Sling. So, it's still windy day videos, so unfortunately I can't do too much about that. The water clarity is pretty crappy right now, and it's going to be that way until tomorrow's Thursday. So a week from Wednesday, so another 6-7 days before we get our first clean, somewhat clean day. There's just no use diving when the visibility is so crappy. But at least it's built and ready to go if it does clear up. So anyways, thanks for watching, and keep an eye out for a shoot and cook, I guess. Okay, where's that cat at?